believe in a God. And so your kind of religion is to have no God. And so you guys have kind of created a religion of your own.
No.
Sure.
There's no dogma, no tenets, no rules. We just simply happen to agree.
Well, you're saying that there's no God anyway.
Pause,
so
Stan,
if
pause.
that is your case that there's no God.
All right, I put you on hold. I just want to finish this. I'll let you get back on there. We're saying that no claim that a God exists has been sufficiently proven to convince any of us. We don't believe any of them. That is not the establishment of a new religion, because we can still disagree on a lot of things.
Religion is without a God, and so you're saying other religions don't have a God. So what's the difference between you guys and other religions?
Saying I don't believe you is not a religion.
What's that?
Bald is not a hair color.
Well,
or
your belief system is a religion to you.
Not collecting stamps is not a hobby.
Atheism is not a belief system.
Sure it is.
No, it's not.
No.
Stan, I'm putting you on hold again. Atheism is not a belief system. It is a single position on one issue. Theism is the state of mind where you have a belief in a God. Atheism is a lack of that belief. There's no belief system, there's no dogma, there's no tenets, there's nothing that says that Dennis and I will agree on anything other than whether or not a God exists. Everything else is up for grabs. And that becomes the subject of what kind of philosophical positions and systems you want to adopt, whether it's naturalism, rationalism, secular humanism, Buddhism, pantheism, anything along those lines. But atheism in and of itself is not a religion. The mere fact that we happen to agree on things in this group shows that we as a group have similar ideas. But they're not.
You're saying that people in the group who have similar ideas that there is a God is a difference than your group that has a belief system that has no God.
One more time?
You're saying that your system of beliefs...
I don't have a belief system.
Well, sure you do. You believe there's no God.
Mine is personal. It's not anything tied to atheism.
Well, mine's personal, too. It's tied to my belief in there is a God.
Right.
Right, and mine is not tied to my lack of belief in a God.
Well, but it's the same thing. You create a group of people that support an idea.
Lack and presence are not the same thing. The words don't mean the same thing.
But it's the same thing in the long run, since you're saying there's no God.
Okay.
No, we're not saying there's no God. We don't say there's no God.
Actually,
we say we don't believe in one.
The people who believe in a God are wrong, and so...
No, I'm saying I don't think that you're correct. I can't demonstrate... Actually, I would say that there is no God, and that in anything that amounts to useful knowledge, I know there's no God.
Yeah,
so
you're a strong
there's no real
atheist
difference between your system of belief and your...
What is my system of belief, Stan?
Your system of belief is saying that God doesn't exist.
No, that's not a system.
We have a group of people that belong to the same club that says God doesn't exist.
No, that's not a system, Stan. One does not a system make.
Well, what's the difference between you and a religion, then?
Because religions have shared beliefs and dogma and tenets.
That's what you have.
No,
you
we don't.
In dogmas and tenets.
No, we don't.
Sure you do. You have different sects.
Name one. Name one tenet of atheism outside of the belief that there is no God.
Well, there's varying degrees of atheism. Some people think there might be one, and we just don't know it. Some people say there's none. And so,
I asked you to name a tenet. You're accusing us of being a religion that has dogma and tenets. Name a tenet or I'm hanging up.
It's a set of beliefs.
Name a tenet or I'm hanging up.
Well, a tenet is a set of beliefs, right?
No, a tenet is an assertion that is dogmatic about an ethical or moral situation.
An assertion is a belief, is it not?
Okay. I said outside of our shared belief that we do not believe in a God. Name one tenet. You're accusing us of having dogmas and tenets. We don't have dogmas, tenets, rituals. Name one.
A tenet is a belief. It's an idea that
Are you going to name one or describe one? Because I'm really getting tired.
Well, I think that your tenet is that some people believe there's God.
Goodbye. Sorry, Stan. I asked for any tenet. The fact that we share a common belief position on something is not necessarily a tenet. But I had already excluded that one, and I asked, and you just hem and haw. You want to accuse us of being a religion because that makes you feel more comfortable. We're just like you in some other way. We're just as bad as those fundamentalist Christians or whatever. The fact of the matter is, atheism is not a belief system. is a position on a single issue. Now, we as atheists have come together in a community, and we do have some shared beliefs that are from other philosophies, like secular humanism, or just invented out of thin air on our own. We happen to agree on some things.
Right.
We disagree on other things. But atheism doesn't qualify as a religion. It doesn't have ceremony, worship, dogma, tenets, anything like that. We don't take tithes. We don't anything that would qualify in any kind of general sense as a religion. We don't qualify. Now, in a broader sense, when you're talking about if you're going to say that religion is simply a philosophical position on the existence or non-existence of a God, then atheism is really. Let me ask you this. Maybe this will make it easier. And I apologize for doing this after I hung up on you, but you can think about it and call back. If atheism is a religion, do you say theism is a religion? No. Theism is a category, and the subdivisions under theism get divided down to the point where they become religions, whether it be Catholic, Protestant, Hindu, Buddhist, Muslim, Jainism, whatever. Those are categories that are all under this heading. What we're talking about is the alternate heading, that there is no God. That doesn't include any dogma or tenets. It's not a religion, and, you're not going to be able to come up with an example because none exist. We have, within the ACA, and this is a good time to point this out for atheists in the Austin area, we'll be going to IHOP after the show at I-35 and Cesar Chavez, and anybody who's atheist or atheist-friendly is welcome to join us for that. For those of you atheists in the Austin area wondering what kind of people are in the ACA, there are all kinds of people. And we are your coworkers, your neighbors. There are Democrats, Republicans, liberals, conservatives. There are people who are pro-life, who are pro-choice. There are people who are for and against school vouchers. That people have different positions on immigration. People have different positions on the war in Iraq. People have different positions on everything. As a matter of fact, apart from this issue of whether or not a God exists, I can't think of a single thing that I'm certain that every member of the ACA agrees on, except that they like having me on TV. And I don't think they all do, but that might be a tenet.
Well,
and if not, I'm going to make it one, because I like doing it.
In the early part of that conversation,